Yo! Welcome back to the Outside Haven. Tony Fox, sorry about that. What's up, bro? Tony Fox, we got you in on the first man on the live, man. Drop the cash app. That's how they go around here. First man on the live, drop the cash app. Breakfast on the hay. Well, lunch now, because we out and moving. But yeah, I'm finna get some food. We're gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all something. Again. Person like me, what it be like? I ain't got the black and mild today, man. Let's see. These high right here, boy, Shell don't play. Shell don't play right now. I got the little reward thing where I got about 20 gallons for 5 cents off this, so I roll for $1.94. I ain't gonna trip on it. But hey, what's going on? But what we got going on today, man, is a perfect example of knowing the difference between a high load and common freight. Show y'all something. That's pump 6. How you doing today, man? I can't call it. I ain't got my motherfucking mask on, yo. I gotta go get my mask. I'm bullshitting, y'all. It screwed me. I'm bullshit. But we finna show y'all something. I just wanna get yeah. $75 on pump 6. Diesel? Yeah, diesel. It ain't gonna take that much. Do what I gotta do today. 76 on diesel. Alright. Hold up, y'all. I'll put y'all in the bar right quick. Debit. You hear me now? Unless you're gonna pay it right back. Unless you're gonna pay it right back. Debit. I'm good on that receipt, bro. Alright. Top good today. High load, how to charge for them, knowing the difference, and what make that load high. Get that fuel going up here. Auxiliary tank. I'm telling you, y'all. Telling you now. Crank this up. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, you did, man. You finally caught the line, bro. We finna talk a little bit while that fuel pumping, though. Alright. Real to me this. What weighs about 500 pounds, take about 4 feet, pay $3 a mile, and gotta be there before the day over with? 4 feet, 500 pounds, $3 a mile, whole trailer, and what is it? What is this? Whoa. Hey, Caterpillar. Oh, Caterpillar. Hey, boy, look at that trailer. Lord have mercy. This is one of those times where you don't care about not filling the trailer up. What makes this load hot is the time frame that it has to be there. And we all know that. That ain't nothing to talk about. But what I came to show y'all is how to price accordingly. Now, truth be told, this is going 200 miles. It's really a little bit less than 200 miles, like 195 miles from my house, which is like 8 miles from the pickup. And they was like, hey, Jonathan, we need you to move this. What you would do it for? It's only like 200 miles. I said $600. They was like, come on, get it. Well, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, you look at the load board, I saw it. before they called me, I was looking at it. I'm still slightly on vacation, but you know, I said I'm gonna do a couple days on, a couple days off, show y'all some stuff. So I was looking at it, contemplating, and I touched it, and it prompted them to call me. And when they called me, they asked me what I wanted to do it for. Since I was looking at it, I was like, shit, I do it for $600. It ain't no thing. I might have could have got $650 or $700. You never know. But I'm gonna say this like this: in your pricing strategy, if they want to monopolize the piece of equipment for an entire day, you have a daily number you trying to get, which is like $1,000 in my case. I want to come out and gross $1,000 a day if it's any way possible. And while doing that, you have to figure up time. And I've heard people saying, well, it's not high shot because, you know, real high shot, they home every night. It's real high shot because they pay by the hour and you on call and all that. Ain't nothing that ain't hot by this load. Thumbs up if you can understand that. This load just as hot as anything somebody else will call you and say, I need it right now. And whether I was on the road in transit and saw that load and got it on the way to going somewhere else and still was able to drop it off over the course of the day, that still was a high load. You feel me? Like if I had been out over the weekend and I was just passing back through the house and I saw that and I got it and I'm able to drop it off, that's still a high load. You know what I'm saying? And when we talk about high shot, you know, it's a commonly used term that just basically has been relegated to having a pickup truck and a trailer and pulling loads with it. That's what it's been relegated to. But, you know, the actual definition of the thing is pretty much, as said before, it's somebody that's on call or they're on a list on rotation where, you know, they're called to make expedient trips, you know, and it's priced accordingly. And like I said, this is right at right at 200 miles. Sorry about that, 200 miles, $600. It's gonna take me about 3 hours, 3.5 hours to drive down here. And I'm debating on whether to just come back home because it's halfway between and I can come back home. But I think I'm going to stay out and just link something else up coming up out of there tomorrow, and I'll let y'all see that. But like I say, when it's a whole trailer and they need it there, I mean, in a certain amount of time, and you know hey, what's up with it? You know you can't put anything else on here. You charge for that whole truck. This is gonna take me like basically a fourth of the day, maybe a third of the day. So we'll price that accordingly, and all in all, about half of a day. So we're getting a little bit over half of a day's worth of money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna averagely drive, you know, you got 11 hours, but you're gonna average work probably 10 under the wheel, and in most cases, a lot less in some cases. Like this 3.5 hours worth of work, and I could turn around and come back and be done in 7 hours and still made like $80 an hour on the truck, which is not that good. You bump it up to around $160 an hour if I go down there and just simply stay and wait on something to come up out of there. $75 half pump, we can click it, get in motion, and get this shit down here, yo. Oh yeah, FYI too. Well, what I showed y'all, let me show y'all for the people that's on the line late. This was on here before I pull out. 500 pound. Damn, I'm glad I got my coat. 500 pound, 4 feet. And they want it right goddamn now. So guess what? I'm going with it right now. And since they are monopolizing this piece of equipment, it's not the trailer space, it's the time. I can't put nothing else on here. So you got to charge a person accordingly now. This stuff got to be charged out like a full truckload. And a full truckload that has to go fast. So you'll think about that crazy ass number, $2 a mile that everybody be screaming. And then you'll add $1 on it because it got to be there real fast and do it like that. But at the end of the day, you know, people talk about high shot, what's not high shot. But at the same time, in the midst of doing a whole lot of common freight moving, you're gonna run into these type of loads. And like I said, you got to know how to price these loads. Like normally, if this load had to be there in 3 days, this load would have probably paid $350, if that. It wouldn't have been there because you could hold on to it. But this has to go now. So get what? $3 a mile it is, baby. And I'm gonna get y'all up a little bit later on the line, man. Hey, like I said, let's see who we got on there with the cash out. Tony Fox. Tony Fox, drop your cash out, Tony Fox. Before we get off here, so I can screenshot that and send your lunch money, Big Dad. Drop cash up in the comments, man. Hey, what's good, man? Nothing but just a little quick line. Get y'all in the mood and put my seatbelt on safety first. You know how that go. Get y'all in the mood of what I be talking about when I say pricing this stuff accordingly, this time over everything. Yeah, they want it right now, bro. They said, man, it gotta pick up today. It gotta be there before the day over with, and that's what it is, and that's all it is to it. Can you be there to pick it up by 12? Well, why? Yes, I can be there by 12 to pick it up, because I'm only 12 miles away, sitting in my living room right now, and that's what it is, and that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna cherry pick them, and if I go down here and decide to come back, y'all saw me jet pump. Okay, Tony Fox, man, hey, man, he say he good. Get what? I'm gonna take your money and do like I do every time, man. If somebody say they good like that, the next time I stop at a fuel station this evening or something, I'm gonna buy somebody that's standing outside the store something to eat, bro. I'm gonna buy it with your money. So that's in your on your behalf right there, Tony Fox. We appreciate that, cause it's all about circulating these blessings, man, and just really trying to help people and make a better way for people that might not be where they want to be right now. And that's on the side of the highway, that's on the side of the road, that's at the gas station. They need change or whatever, and that's for people that's out here in the high side world and want to get into it too, that want to streamline their business and really just, you know, try and perfect what they doing, or at least get so good at it that it goes without thinking. You know, so that's why I'm trying to get y'all at, man, with this pricing, a lot of stuff, man. I see a lot of people, they made videos about loads they've taken that didn't quite pay so much. That's a decision you made. That ain't for nobody else to worry about but you. That's a decision you make out here. If you want to take something that don't pay so good to get to a better area, that's what it is. We all have to do it. But by no means should you make that part of your normal business practice. And like I said, I've talked to people on the phone, 1 hour consultations in the past, and I've seen people come in on the forums, and I've seen people come in the community section on this channel right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you keep consistently getting that type of money on these loads? And it goes back to something that's so fundamental. And my grandmother, my great-grandmother, she used to preach this, you know, about anything. And this universal for life, man. Do not start nothing you can't keep up. For real. Like, it's a difference between doing some stuff because the market is low, or you get in a bad spot and you kind of got to take sometimes that might not make sense, and you do it to get to better areas. But you cannot, I repeat, you cannot make that a part of your normal business practices. You got to understand, all these shippers and brokers and everything, hey, hold on. Yeah, my bad, y'all. All these, like I said, all these shipper brokers, people you deal with, they keeping track of what you've been doing. Rate per mile, all that type of stuff, to the point where you can't honestly, in good faith. Man, I hate people that see you with your signal light on for a long time, and they see you and you bumping brakes and everything just to get in, and they acting like, I believe these people be on their cell phone. But anyway, like I said, they keep a track of this stuff, you guys. It's to the point where, like, every time you pull a load and they go back and look at what you've done, they know what you're about. They know what you'll take. They know that their negotiation skills don't have to be super duper, because you'll buy out on certain stuff. that really doesn't make sense to bow out on, and it's based on them reading your previous track record. So like I said, don't start nothing you can't keep up. Now, like I said, with small stuff that has to be there and it takes a long time, and you might have 3, 4 days, 5 days to get it there, and it's no problem. Yeah, we'll take a little small rate, and we know it's not taking up that much of the trailer. We'll run it. But this stuff like this right here, they're gonna take up your day. You can't possibly put nothing else with it. You can't possibly give your piece of equipment to a shipper, or let them, you know, have privilege to use your equipment as a shipper for a half a day and not get a half a day worth of money. Came out, I'm finna work 3.5 hours a day. I could turn around and work 7 hours and be done drove back home. And y'all saw me put them $75 worth of D's up in here. Now, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You see what's on the trailer. I'm finna get every bit of 15.5 miles to the gallon all the way down here. I'm gonna run 65, 68 just to keep it in check. And them 37 gallons and that MPG, I could go down here and come back and be sitting at the same fuel I was sitting there before I put that fuel in there. So basically, I could make a round trip off of this in this truck for $75 on a $600 run, or I could sit down there and be made the trip basically off of 50 bucks. 50 bucks, 40, 50 bucks include me sitting there. Probably 50 bucks include me sitting there overnight and letting the truck run. 50 bucks and get up and put something else on there and come on back up north with it. And like I said, be made that round trip with basically minimum money, minimum investment. And like I said, my truck paid for that. Ain't everybody's situation, but that bring my cost of operation down. And the fact that even when I was paying for the truck, it also brought the cost of operation down because I knew what my bill was going to be every month. So there was no anomalies. And I could run a lot of miles, run up a check, and get them a little bit of money, keep on going. But like I said, this is just another example of coming out, seeing some. Couple people, I guess they saw it, didn't want to run it. Not my business. I got the phone call, it's time to go. It's hot. It's $3 a mile. It's 1/8 of the trailer, but they're paying a whole trailer worth of money. And like I said, the only reason you have to be concerned about that, because like I said, time over everything. I don't have time to put nothing else with this. So for the day, this is all that's gonna be made unless I had something already on the trailer. So if this is all that's gonna be made today, and I'm finna work about 3.5, maybe 4 hours, I think $600 ain't bad at all. You know, y'all go in the comments and say if you think this is a bad run or not. You know, about 198 miles, 12 miles from my house, so we'll say 200 and maybe 10 miles. Yo, my bad. I'm finna get ready to get up off here. But before I get off, I want to let y'all know something and let me give you something to think about. At $600, that's the reason it's hot. But I said, if you think about in a 30-day load, this money is very high to see a nice profit. You'll see a profit, but it ain't what it's supposed to be. And I'm gonna come back live and show y'all how to make these numbers be what they need to be, and keep your rate per mile up. And like I said, man, just stay, you know what I'm saying, diligent on what you're doing and being aware of the situation when this arises. Because this one of them situations where you will capitalize. This one of them situations where you actually come out and do a little bit of nothing for a nice little piece of change. And like I said, $600, that might not be to keep stacking it up and doing what we do. And we know our bills ain't but such and such. Hey, it's a win. And this ain't no money. This ain't no money, but it is for what you're doing. And that's what you got to realize and be able to quantify in pricing. Is this good for what I'm doing? For the amount of work that goes into this, is this good? Because it's short. It's not going to pay $1 billion a mile. It's not going to pay. But is this good for the amount of time it takes to do this? And when you break it down, I'm going to be working about 4 hours. It took me 10 minutes to strap that down, and I'm ready to go. I went and put some fuel in it. I'm basically going to work 4 hours for $600. Y'all do the math on that. And I'm saying, that's pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the most I've ever made. It ain't the least, but that's decent for a day's work. And it really ain't a day's work. And hell, if you know somebody down here toward Louisiana and New Orleans, go to the Meadow area, shit, jump out, go get you something to eat, get you some of that good old Creole food, and make a little evening out of it. And I'm gonna do that, and I'm probably go live with you guys. Like I said, I'm debating on if I just want to do this and go back home, but you know what I'm saying? That will be wasteful. And we don't want to be wasteful, so I'm more than likely gonna stay down there and pop out with something out of New Orleans, and ain't no telling where I'm gonna be at, because I really feel like chasing a dollar this week, since I ain't do nothing yet last week, and you know that's 2 days plus these 2 days, that's 4 days, so I basically could come out, work this week, and do what I was gonna do with y'all anyway, because you know, like I said, my wife had been sick, and we were doing the Thanksgiving thing, and we kicked and everything. She's doing much better. I thank you for all y'all concerns and prayers and everything. And if you're new to the live, click the subscribe button. Like I say, I give away breakfast every time I do breakfast, lunch, and dinner every time I do a live. And like I said, I just like to show my appreciation. Hey, shout out to all the subscribers, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. We the easiest